Love Center News, keeping you informed on what's happening this week in your ministry. Thank you for coming to the Love Center. It is our prayer that today's worship experience will be precise, real, and clear. Welcome home. Be a part of the Love Center's commitment to prayer on Tuesday mornings at 6 a.m. During this time, we seek God concerning the blessing of our families, our ministry, the nation, and the world. Strengthen your relationship with the Word of God through Bible study at the Love Center on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. at Love Center Atlanta, Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. at Love Center South, and again on Saturdays at 10 a.m. at Love Center Atlanta. Parents, on Wednesday nights, please bring your children for a special session with Austin Broussard about money and the world around them.
I got a really quick question.
Okay.
If you don't want to sign the contract, you don't have to, right?
You don't have to sign the contract. That means you may not get the money, you may not get the deal, you may not get the job with a partnership. But if you feel like you genuinely have something that's better, or
Thank you.
you can make a change to the contract and see if the other person agrees with it, then you can come to a point where, hey, you feel like you win, they win, and both of you all win this part. You absolutely can change the contract. You can take that contract and it may say something you don't like, you can mark it out, sign it, and if the other person agrees, well, now we're all on the same team.
The Love Center Cafe is the place to get great food and experience good fellowship here at the Love Center. It is open and available on Sundays after the 7:45 worship celebration. Come, enjoy the food, and bless the ministry.
Be an active part of the worship, work, and witness of the Love Center. You can also share our ministry through social media. On Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, as we seek to take this love to the whole world.
This has been Love Center News, keeping you informed.
Many have worked so that the woman's voice could be heard. And as a woman, the first thing that I think is, where would we be if it had not been for such great women as Sojourner Truth? Born Isabel Baumfree in 1843, she said, "The Spirit calls me and I must go," and changed her name to Sojourner Truth. During her life, she was a strong advocate for abolishing slavery, for human and women's rights. She's known for her successful fight in court against her son being sold into slavery, and also famous for the "Ain't I a Woman" speech, which she delivered in 1851 at the First Ohio Women's Rights Convention. Never heard it? Well, here are a couple of excerpts. Imagine 1851 being a Negro woman and saying these things. Then that man over there says women needs to be helped into carriages and lifted over ditches and have the best place everywhere. Nobody ever helps me into carriages or over mud puddles or gives me any best place. And ain't I a woman? I could work as much and eat as much as a man when I could get it and bear the lash as well. Ain't I a woman? Then that little man in black there, he says women can't have as much rights as men because Christ wasn't a woman. Where'd your Christ come from? Where'd your Christ come from? from God and a woman. Man ain't had nothing to do with it. If the first woman God ever made was strong enough to turn the world upside down all alone, then these women here together ought to be able to turn it back and get it right side up. And now they's asking to do it, the men better let them. Now old Sojourner Truth ain't got nothing more to say. Sojourner Truth, a voice for human and women's rights.
A vehicle of protection, a stabilizing force in an unstable world. A connecting and grounding force in a world of constant disconnection and independence. It is a template or an example of cooperation and interdependence. When the engineers of this present society are trying to say you don't need nobody, you just use people to get what you want and then you move on. That's a mentality, it's a thought. Amen. People under you, people who can't do nothing for you, cut them loose and rise high. That's social engineering. Now if you tell broken people and people with challenges and messed up folks and folks who were promised 40 acres and a mule and didn't get the 40 acres nor the mule, who have issues and problems like we do, if you tell them, if can't nobody do nothing for you, leave them, that means we all gonna leave each other.
Sorry if you wasn't here, you missed it. It was a great Bible study, and it filled my heart and it blessed me.
He brought me back to history and reminded me as to what my duty is and to continue to be faithful to God.
And I'm so glad that we have a pastor that shows us the link between Jesus and other things that are happening in the world today.
But I pray that you all out there be able to get here every Wednesday at 7 o'clock at the Love Center.